Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you guys are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on post notifications. In today's video, guys, today is my 25th birthday. I was born September the 14th, 1996. I was born on a Saturday, and today is a Tuesday. This marks my 25th birthday, and I'm super excited. I have something extremely special to show you guys. You guys may have seen it by the thumbnail. And yes, this is my long-term tester. I'm going to be keeping this car for over the next year or so, and I'm going to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we're going to talk about the maintenance, how much oil this car burns, and stuff like that. So if you guys are ready to go on that journey, we can definitely do that, because this is what I'm planning for here for the channel. If you guys wanted to know how I used to get around, I used to take the transit or ask my friends, to help me out with reviews and whatnot. So that's how I used to get around to do, the car reviews. So I wasn't fortunate enough to basically get a car, but now since you guys are watching all my videos and commenting and basically sharing my stuff, I made this possible. And as you guys can see, I'm walking next to the car that I own, and you guys probably can tell what it is right now. This is the all-new 2021 Honda Accord Sport. This does have the 1.5 engine. It makes 192 horsepower and 192 pound-feet of torque. Of course, it's paired with the CVT. I've been living with this car for about a week now, and I'm just super impressed. This thing is good on gas mileage. It rides extremely well. Very comfortable seats, very good ride quality as well. But I would like to give a special thanks to South Motors Honda for providing with the Honda Accord, not providing me, but basically helping me buy this car and also helping me get a really good deal on it, because I couldn't turn down this offer. This is not the car that I initially wanted. I really wanted the 2022 Honda Civic Sport, which is of course a little bit more smaller, but Honda, of course, you guys know over my last videos, Honda, they did make the car a little bit bigger for the 2022 model year. This is the 10th generation Accord. The 11th generation Honda has not shown any pictures or basically talked about the 11th generation Accord. So me personally, I love the way this car looks. It looks really good here, especially with the white paint, also with the black accent. So I got the blacked out rear spoiler, also the black mirror caps. And let's just talk about the front styling here. As you guys know, this is one of my favorite cars in the mid-size sedan segment. As you guys can see, very sporty, very long hood, very low stance to it. Like I mentioned, I have the 1.5 liter turbocharged engine. I think that's the most popular trim here in the Accord's lineup. I think a lot of people buy the Sport more than any other trim level that the Accord offers. Looking here at these headlights here, Honda, they did redesign the headlights here, giving it a full LED. If you guys go for the base model, you get an incandescent halogen headlight. There's also these oval fog lights down here. They used to be a horizontal, but now Honda, they changed it up to an oval design. And the grille is a little bit larger this year. As you guys can see, there's some dark chrome accent, and they also repositioned the Honda sensing down there, and there's some dark chrome here on top of the headlight modules. Me personally, these headlights are super bright at night, and I love that because you can see all types of animals. You can see people, of course, if they're crossing the street and whatnot. Very bright headlights, and I get flashed a lot. So if you people that don't know, I do not have my high beams on. That's just the way the car lights are. They're very bright at nighttime. I love these wheels. These are one of my favorite wheels here. As you guys can see, I like that turbine-like design here. Looks very sporty, and this is one of the most stolen wheels here in America, believe it or not. The Accord is one of the most stolen cars in America, and it's super crazy, but I can see why a lot of people take these cars. This car is just extremely handsome. Honda did a fantastic job. They introduced this car in late 2017, and they gave it a refresh for 2021. Like I mentioned, there's this blacked out mirror cap here. I'm gonna get tints for the car right now. I'm basically fishbowling it right now. We're making our way to the rear here, and there's plenty of ducks. As you guys can see, there's ducks and geese everywhere. This thing is infested with ducks. I'm not sure why they're around the car. Maybe because they like the car. I don't blame them. There's a blacked out rear spoiler here, but let's take a look at the back. Let's look at the front really quick. I know you guys probably seen the Accord plenty of times before because I kept filming the car. Nice steering wheel here to hold, especially when driving. The adaptive cruise control and all that stuff works really well. I love the 8-inch display. Unfortunately, this model does not come equipped with wireless Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. You guys have to go for an EX trim, if I'm not mistaken, in order to get that feature, because as you guys can see, I have the bright red cable there for the USB port. But the seats in here, like I mentioned, are very supportive and comfortable. Looking at the back seat, this has one of the largest back seats in the segment at 40.4 inches of legroom. This is where I have the seat to drive. As you guys can see, plenty of space. So if you guys are 6 feet tall or over, you can basically sit back here on a long road trip. And for 21, they also added rear charging ports as well. My model does not have that sunroof. You have to go for EX or a touring trim in order to get that feature. If you guys want rear seats, you have to go for a touring or a hybrid trim and whatnot to get that feature as well. The Accord badge, the Honda emblem, the Sport badge, and like I mentioned, there's a bunch of ducks. Look at that. Oh my God. It's feeding time. One thing I'm gonna say I don't like so far is that this does not have a release here to open the trunk, so I have to basically use my key, which I do not have on me right now. I thought I had it, but I didn't. It's inside the car. But open up the trunk here. The Accord is just best in class, in my opinion, because you have best in class rear leg room, best in class trunk. You get around 16.9 cubic feet of space, and the seats fold down in a 60-40 manner, so you can have more long items to put in the back. But yeah, guys, I'm just super excited to own this car. Like I mentioned, I was supposed to get the Honda Accord. I was supposed to get the Honda Civic, my apologies. I was supposed to get the Civic instead of the Accord, but the dealer that I do my videos at, they hooked me up with a really good deal. Like I mentioned, I didn't want to turn this car down, but they try to work it out for the Civic, but that wasn't possible because the car is fairly new. There's really no rebates on that car, and it's really hard to basically get a Civic at a dealership right now, depending on your local area. Here, my local area, it's really hard to get a Civic. I mean, I really wanted the Civic, but I have the Accord. So me personally, I'm not complaining, but this wasn't the car I was supposed to get initially, but I'm just super excited that I have this car now. Like I mentioned, it handles really good, great seating, great ride. Everything about this car is just super fantastic. The looks, and a lot of people stare at me, and like I mentioned, a lot of people flash me because they think that I have my high beams on when I really don't. The lights are just super bright. Some of you guys probably flash Honda drivers not knowing that their lights are just super bright and they don't have their high beams on. But yeah, so yes, this is my long-term tester. Here is a 2021 Honda Accord Sport with a 1.5 liter engine. So like I mentioned, I'm gonna be basically keeping this car. Okay, something's crawling on me. I don't know what it is, but I'm not gonna freak out. But basically, I'm gonna keep this car for maybe a year, maybe 3 years down the road. I'm gonna basically keep this car. Like I mentioned, I'm gonna talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, about the maintenance, any recalls that this car has. I'm gonna just basically talk about it. And no, Honda's not paying me to say any of this. This is just my honest and humbled opinion. I'm just, like I mentioned, super excited to basically own this car. And like I mentioned, a lot of people look at it, a lot of people flash me, like I mentioned, because the lights are super bright once again. But I just love everything about the Accord. Like I mentioned, this is one of my favorite cars in the mid-size sedan segment. Of course, you guys know that because I filmed plenty of Accords, from the hybrid, from the Touring to the Sport 2.0. I haven't filmed the base model, so be on the lookout for that review. But if you guys want to support me in the near future with the car or adding anything to it, be sure to check out my email at driveonreviews@yahoo.com. It will be in the description box down below, or basically on my channel. If you guys go to the end of the channel, I don't know how to explain it, but some of you guys probably know what I'm talking about. But you guys have to go there in order to look for my information in order to get in contact with me. So any sponsors out there that want to sponsor an Accord, let me know, and I'll think about the sponsorship. But like I mentioned, I want to give a special thanks to South Motors Honda for basically hooking me up with this really good deal that I couldn't turn down. Yeah, so just check them out, guys. So any of my family members or friends that's watching this video, you guys want a new car or pre-owned car or a used car, whatever, they will definitely hook you up, because like I mentioned, they basically made my dreams come true with this car here. But my arm is getting tired for holding this freaking camera. Good God. Yeah, if you guys want to support me even more, like I mentioned, I couldn't do this without you guys, because you guys watch my videos, you guys share my videos, you guys post my videos in other social media platforms, and more people come in and watch my channel. Like I said, I really couldn't do this without my family, my friends, of course, my supporters out there. So if you guys want to support me even more, be sure to check out the description box down below. And like I mentioned, wish me a happy birthday, of course. Like I mentioned, I'm only 25 once, so, YOLO. Shout out to Drake. But anyway, I'm going to go because I have some things to attend today. And like I mentioned, today's my 25th birthday, so I got things to do. All right, guys, see you on the next one.